So we're here at Pontispool. It's Monday morning. We actually came here last night to stable Maximus, but it was dark when we got here, so we didn't really vlog. So we're just walking the cross-country course. We're at fence 6. What do you think about it so far, Dad?
I'm feeling at the moment it's quite a very difficult course. We're sharing a lot of the fences with the intermediate. It's Maximus'S, I think. He's only done 300s or 400s, so not many. So this is a big old test for him. So this is where Ashley's skill comes in as a jockey to get him over. But yeah, there is some tricky fences to be had there.
Yeah, it is looking quite tough, and we're about to come up to the bullfinch, so I'll video that and show you guys. Here's the bullfinch. We're 2 hours in, so hopefully all of that brush on the top would have been brushed through a bit, because I have no idea what Maximus is going to think of that. Do you, Dad?
No, it's a horse. We'll see that as quite solid coming back, so we're really hoping that someone will push this bullfinch back.
So he's got to brush through that, yeah.
You know, it is basically a hedge, and it's not very forgiving.
Fun.
It was really good. He's just so much
Yeah, I thought that
so
would be
different.
better. I mean, whether they get as good as at Wellington, but I thought it was a better test. He wasn't as wobbly. Did you think?
No, I think it was a lot straighter.
Yeah, I thought he was really. But I didn't like the right upwards
the last transition upwards in that top corner.
In that
the
corner
first
there.
counter.
Yeah.
Across the diagonal was lovely.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
And actually down the centre line trot halt was really nice, because we were having issues with that in training on Friday.
Yeah, if you compare to Wellington, he was like.
Yeah, and I mean he was second best at it. Well, that was so nice.
He's very nice to watch doing dressage
Balanced,
compared to
yeah.
what we've had to endure with our lovely Zeb, who has done us proud, but his dressage is always on a wing and a prayer.
Good boy, he was so good.
Yeah, he was very good. Well done, Maximus.
Ash. This is Ashley now. She's sitting at the start now. She's going through all of the jumps in her mind. We've had a nice dressage, we don't know yet. One down in the show jump was really unlucky on the triple bar. He came in off the corner on the wrong leg, but the rest of the round was superb, which we'll obviously post later. Ashley has got a brave pants on today with this horse. He's brand new to this job, but he looks like the show jump. He looks like they've been jumping that for years. So we've got every faith in him. He's decent. He's ready to go. What do you think of it so far?
I'm just going to go and jump one more fence.
You're going to jump one more, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good to go.
Good luck, Ash.
Harrison and Maximus'S seems they turn for the second set. A second stop of Apina. So that third important.
Right, Ash.
Okay, I think it was just a lot to ask for him. He was jumping, the ones he jumped really well. He jumped 1, 2, 3 superbly, and then 4 just, it was downhill, the water, it was very early on. Someone else had a stop.
Coloured, white.
Then he did that, then he did the skinny out beautifully. Then he did get quite close to the following one because I was trying to make him check. Then he jumped the one that's the intermediate and the thing, fine. He jumped through the bullfinch.
No problem.
No, he got a bit close, but he jumped it, so I was really pleased. The combination 8, A
Yeah,
and
we
B.
can see that.
He launched 8. I wasn't even on any sort of line to the skinny and he went. He jumped the ditch palisade, he flew, and I actually should have gone wider, so I took it on a bit of an angle.
Yeah, we could see that.
And then
too.
he just, it's annoying because I think if I hadn't have had 4A and B, the 10 he just stopped because he was like, what the hell? Then I went round and jumped it because I actually didn't realise you can only have 3 stops at novice and above.
Yeah.
Below you have 4. So I then
that's
jumped
why
it,
you
and then
came
some
on
guy
then.
was like, oh, you shouldn't do that. I'm not doing it as a disciplinary bit. Put it on your instant form and don't do it again. I mean, I'm kind
What
of
you
glad
mean you
'cause I
shouldn't then have actually jumped
re-jumped it because I then jumped it. I'm kind of glad I did because I got him over it.
Yeah.
I mean, I possibly, if I hadn't had the other 2 stops, I probably could have got round, I reckon, but it was a lot to ask. Like, they were, compared to if you think, I know Smith's Lawn with Todd was like very easy, but that was more like on the verge of an intermediate track, bless him. It was just...
All right, there's nothing wrong with the horse.
Yeah,
it's
well,
just...
Nothing. Oh, I'm not, like, I'm really happy he even jumped the bullfinch. He jumped that combination 8A and B, and I wasn't on no line, and I just went go, and he went, okay. He jumped that ditch palisade. That ditch palisade is the height you would have an intermediate. If we went and looked at those photos with me standing in it, he jumped number 2 with that thing, no problem.
Did he jump that one that you were standing in then?
Yeah, he jumped that.
Yeah,
Flew it.
yeah, he
And
jumped
the
the
skinny
intermediate,
out
the
of
ditch,
the water,
yeah.
he jumped really nicely. So, I mean, it's really annoying, and I mean, lesson, don't ever come to Pontispool for your first novice,
No.
but we didn't know that. That was horrendous for his first one. I'm not like, it's not his fault. He was like, oh my God, this is so much. And if you didn't, like, if you could go round having like a few more, I would have got round the course 100%. He wouldn't have said no. He just was like, needed that moment longer to figure it out. And it was then because it wasn't just big, so you got the big aspect, and it was so technical. With like the bullfinch, never seen that before. An owl hole in light into dark.
Yeah.
He's never done that, bless him. He was like, what the hell? And then it was quite brightly coloured as well, so you couldn't even just really ride at it. So, I mean, I'm annoyed because I haven't had to walk off.
We haven't had very much.
I don't think I've ever
Once.
walked off
Yeah, we had when you fell off.
No, I got back on.
Did you?
Yeah. Got back on and finished. Okay, so I just thought I'd do a debrief for you guys. So mixed result, but dressage was superb. He did a brilliant test for only his second novice test. Just doing a debrief, Dad. He got a 29.8 dressage. I think we've only had a sub 30 score at novice on Zeb once. So that was a brilliant result. I'm so pleased with that. He was like superb. He did a really nice test. Sorry, you probably can't hear me now. Oh God. But show jumping was very tough, like twisty turny course, which was causing a lot of problems. And again, he jumped amazingly, like he'd been jumping that his entire life. He just popped round, stayed in the same rhythm, didn't touch a thing. We just came round to the triple bar on the wrong leg, and where it was quite tight, he then got in quite close and just took the back bar, which was a bit annoying. So we had one down, but it was of course causing a lot of problems. And like, he was really good, like he'd been doing it all his life. Even some, I think, top rider said to Mum how well the round was going, so I was really pleased with that. And then the cross country, it was just such a tough course. It was like a small intermediate. We'll put some pictures in the videos of the course. It was too technical for his first time. It was just too much to ask, really. And I'm annoyed because I feel like Pontispool should have maybe put on their description that it was a technical course, and because I've never been there, I didn't know that. So it was just like he had no let up, so he didn't have any time to then trying to debrief, and I can't because Dad keeps putting the steps up and down. Right, so he just had no let up. Like, it was hard from the word go. I mean, fences 1 and 2 were the intermediate fences, and 2 was basically like a skinny. We'll put the picture in of that. And he jumped 1, 2, 3 really well, and then 4A was this flower pot on a downhill, and he just didn't really understand the question, so we stopped twice at that. Then he jumped that, went in the water, did the B element, which was really difficult, really nicely. Jumped the next one, he got quite close to that, but he jumped it. He jumped number 6, which was also the intermediate fence, really well. The bullfinch that I was really worried about, he got quite close, but he jumped it really nicely. Then 8A and B was a big table on a turn to a skinny, and he blew the table. And then I had to quickly turn him, and I wasn't even on any sort of good line to the skinny, so he easily could have run out, and he jumped it really nicely. He then came to the huge ditch palisade that is definitely an intermediate fence, definitely, and he flew that. And then he just came to the owl hole, and he just stopped the first time because he just couldn't read the question quick enough. So then sadly I was eliminated, so I had to walk off the course, which was just such a shame because it wasn't really his fault. But I'm really pleased. He got 2 out of 3 phases nailed, basically, and the third one, if I'd done a few more novices, he easily would have gone around that. It was just too hard for his first go. Next season he'll definitely like fly through the levels, so I think we might try and do that, and then do the B100 3-day as a bit of fun at Bicton at the end. So not the result we wanted, but we're still pleased. Maximus was awesome. We can't fault Maximus in the slightest. So yeah.